Industries are pleading with government not to impose harsh restrictions this time around, despite the country's surge in COVID-19 numbers. The alcohol industry has been one of the hardest hit since the start of the COVID-19 lockdown. The Beer Association of South Africa is going to court to have alcohol bans reviewed. Its application listed the alcohol bans in July and December 2020, June 2021, as well as July 2021 by government. The association wants these bans declared irrational, invalid and set aside. Patricia, Pillay, CEO of the Beer Association of South Africa, joins us now live virtually. Thank you very much, Ms. Pillay, for your time here on eNCA. In your court papers, obviously you're mentioning all these times that government imposed, restrictions on the alcohol industry. What exactly are you looking for, despite the fact that you want the courts to declare the decisions irrational?
Thanks for having me, Maseko. I think it's very important that we understand that we have really tried to work with government to collaborate since the inception of COVID-19. We've really put our hand out to be a partner to government and to also understand what their position is and to ask them to share information with us. But we've not been successful in that. Every time that there is a lockdown, we sit along with yourselves listening to the President's address. We have no clue as to whether we're going to be shut down, whether our teams need to come to work the next day, whether our fleets need to be on the road. So we are saying to the court, please step in and help us here.
All right. And, looking at the fact that a lot of people are very afraid that there's going to be a stricter lockdown this time around because of the numbers that are surging. Yesterday, we recorded almost 12,000 cases in the country. I'm sure you are probably also nervous as an industry about what this might mean for you. So how urgent is your application in terms of the fact that this could happen anytime soon?
Well, we've not brought this under an urgent application basis. We really have been walking this road for a long time, and we do see that there will be further strains. I think this is not anything new to us. This was predicted at the onset when we knew that this virus was uncertain. We were still finding out information about it. So we do believe we have a long road ahead. So we've not brought it on an urgent basis at all. We really want the courts to apply their mind, to look at the rationality of continuing to lock us down as an industry without any proper formulas, without properly consulting with the industry and allowing us to understand what is the rationale. And that really is where we stand. So we want to say, look, we really thought we could work together, but now we're turning to the courts to say, please, courts, intervene. Let sanity prevail here in terms of this. We have so much more to focus on. We have, as you've said, this new strain. We've been working very hard as an industry to make sure that our house is in order. We've been vaccinating internally, externally, setting up pop-up stations across the country and working with various government departments. And those collaborations have been extremely successful. And this is what we were hoping to continue with. But however, we continuously have this noose over our head every time there's an increase in numbers that we will be banned. But we hear this as rumors and we don't get consulted with, and we cannot continue working in this manner.
Now, of course, a lot of people in the alcohol industry very upset, very frustrated every time we find out about new numbers, but also some of them lost their livelihoods. Is there as part of your application, is there also a call for some retrieval for those who lost their livelihoods, or is that what you're going to do in future, since you're saying you're taking it one step at a time?
Yeah, I think that can come. I think we'll leave this in the court's hands. I think let them first look at the rationality of these decisions. Let them look at the evidence. Government has opposed. So all three parties that we've cited have opposed the application. And it is unfortunate that we have come here. We've always said in all our statements and in our interviews, we don't want to walk this road, but look, we will seek for guidance from the court now. And as we proceed at a later stage, once the courts have ruled, we can look at how these people can get some remedy. The sad part is, throughout this lockdown, our industry fails to get any kind of relief or support. So you may hear in the news that there is a tourism relief fund. You may hear that there are UIF tours. But the alcohol industry is not privy to access this relief. There is, and you can go and check this out, I think it's very, very sad. We've appealed this on a number of occasions. They will simply turn around, and we've got letters where they say, we do not support, and they will say, the sin industry, which is a term that's not being used any longer, but yet we do get official letters replying to say, sorry, your grant is not approved. Sorry, your funding is not approved because you are in the sin industry. This is an industry that is creating jobs. We are supporting livelihoods. Children go to school because their parents are earning an honest living. And we cannot allow this to continue. We've received no relief. So yes, let's go through the process, and at a later stage, if we are successful, I'm sure that the 30% of craft brewers that have had to shut their doors, all those employees, the people they support, the over 266,000 people that have lost their jobs within the sector, there's 1 million livelihoods in this entire alcohol industry that are reliant on this industry that contributes to this GDP. But, we really say we were able to sit at the table. That would have been fantastic, but unfortunately that's not been offered to us.
Just very quickly, Ms. Pillay, my last question, I just want to find out, so for now you've made an application and you're just waiting to find out a date from the court.
So we've made the application. All three parties have opposed this, the presidency, Minister of COGTA and the Minister of Health. They now have a period within which they have to furnish us with evidence and information that they came to their decision to ban us in the previous periods of 2020 and 2021. So they have a deadline within which they have to furnish us with information.
Do you know when that deadline is?
Yes, so the deadline will be coming up now in December. We're looking at the 5th or 6th of December. But of course, they have rights to ask for more time. And I think that is definitely something we will look at. We really don't want a fight with government. That's not what we're here for. I think we all have a lot to focus on. We need to get our economy going again. We need to get our people vaccinated. But we've really been pushed into a corner now where we've had to take this to the court to intervene.